Sisters, and it's This Week in Disney for January 10th to January 16th.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a good week.
It is.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
I mean, we are brightly dressed. And I really think that we are brightly dressed because it reflects how we feel about all things parks right now.
Oh,
we are
yeah.
having such an awesome time since New Year's Eve. Just loving it.
We
so
sure are.
awesome. Bright parks spirits here.
For sure, but as usual, we are loving Disney history always, and enjoying all things at the parks that and their history, and also not just the parks, but like movies and people and everything behind everything. We love that you guys support us, so thank you guys for watching and commenting.
We're loving Book of Boba Fett too.
Oh yeah,
just awesome.
It's really well done.
So
really,
awesome.
really like it.
Definitely continuing that Western in space feel, but so well. I mean, I would say so futuristic if it wasn't so long ago. But just awesome.
That's cool for sure. It definitely, like, because the show's so good, like when we were at Hollywood Studios, I cared a lot more, you know what
about
I mean?
Everything.
Like everything just felt
Galaxy's Edge, Star
more
Tours,
awesome to be in that environment after watching such a well done show.
In the space.
The way that they go back in history on that show is cool. If you haven't watched it and you're a Star Wars fan, which I'm sure you've watched,
it's almost an Easter egg show.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we love it. But let's talk about this show, and this week what our big topic is. It's going to be on January 15th, so Saturday, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure, hopefully. Right? So we are going to be celebrating, absolutely, on Saturday. Back in 1975, the Space Mountain attraction, sponsored at the time by RCA, opens in the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World, Florida. Now, this is something we all need to remember. This is the first Space Mountain. I know a lot of people think, you forgot.
Always.
You forgot.
It's so easy to give everything to Disneyland first.
But they didn't have...
That's right. It wasn't until like the 80s that they got
room. At the time, they didn't have room to just put it in there. The way that they were going to do it originally, they were going to make it a lot more like the Matterhorn. And even when they brought it to the Magic Kingdom, they were going to make it very similar.
I wonder who would have had the better basketball court.
But actually, originally, they were going to try, instead of Space Mountain, they knew that young adults and teenagers liked Disney World and wanted to come, and they wanted, these kind of like coaster rides. And so they wanted to put one in. They were going to try to put the Matterhorn in Magic Kingdom, but the way that it is at Disneyland, it was too big. They felt to go in Fantasyland at the time. Isn't that weird? I don't know, because it seems like there's space now.
I'm glad it's not there.
Seven Dwarfs, but maybe just the way everything was. Because you had...
You could never put Tron next to
it. You had the water, the Jules Verne...
Oh, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
So at the time, you just have to imagine the park was just really
but 20,000
different.
Leagues was far away from Space Mountain.
No. We're talking about Fantasyland not having enough room for
they were going to put it back there, not in Tomorrowland. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
I was living in Tomorrowland.
But if you remember from 1971, the opening of the park, we kind of talked about, we did talk about Tomorrowland, and there just wasn't a lot going on there. So I think it was really a good thought to put a brand new ride. No one had experience. In fact, this was the first indoor roller coaster of this size. Like, it's groundbreaking. It was the biggest roller coaster in Florida, the first one.
And what it accomplishes for the people mover to be able to pass through it.
I'm pretty sure as a steel ride, it was the first one. Wow. So it was big. They actually wanted to do like a dome shape on it at one point, because the shape that they have, they always wanted that shape, but a dome shape would have been less expensive. I'm so glad they went with the shape that it is. It's iconic.
It's so awesome from the road too. Like as you're passing between the Magic Kingdom and the Contemporary.
It's a hot dog, for sure.
Boom. And coming in on the monorail. It's awesome.
It's so cool. And this
maybe
was a
little
special
underutilized. They could put more projections on it. I think more show.
Yeah, you don't want to make it cheesy, but anyway. So the grand opening included a band of 2,000 high school students, fireworks, and they released 50,000 balloons.
There you go.
That's a lot of balloons.
My mind just created that picture if I haven't seen it. That's amazing.
Cool. Space-themed indoor, of course, roller coaster, you know. The first ride was taken by Colonel James Irwin, the pilot of lunar module on the Apollo. Yeah. Right. The success of the ride will later prompt Imagineers. Of course, it's at Disneyland, which technically the Disneyland one is better.
Yeah, well, that's interesting that you say that. We won't talk about it too long, but I do love the queue. The environment going into Space Mountain, amazing.
Right.
In Disneyland.
Right. The Tokyo Disney one, which is fine. And then Disneyland.
Oftentimes children are better than their parents.
Disneyland Paris. Okay. Disneyland,
that one's amazing.
No, it was amazing. They changed it. They got rid of the whole...
Jules Verne's?
Right. I mean, and it's the only Space Mountain that's inverted.
Okay.
Which is so cool. But the theming and everything, they got rid of it and tried to make it more synonymous with the rest of the Space Mountain. And I think they ruined it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Strong
Please,
opinion.
our friends from Europe and France, tell us what you think. But I've heard even that is it not even open right now? Maybe it's not. But I heard possibly they're trying to do refurbishment or something. I think the original design was the best Space Mountain for sure. I don't know why you changed that. It was so well done and cool and creative. So anyway, also Hong Kong.
Treasure Planet is a Disney property. And I wish maybe they would have done that. Isn't it? And I wish they would have done the Space Mountain in Disneyland Paris and that style, because they did a lot of Jules Verne, like cyberpunk in the styling.
Yeah,
but
I just think no, they did it great. They did it great.
I'm saying like they did. No, I'm saying they could have embraced a property and kept it the way it was.
Yeah, you're really good at accepting.
Yeah.
I don't think that movie is popular enough for.
No, I understand that. I understand that. It falls in the era.
We're not fighting.
It falls in the era of like Emperor's New Groove and stuff like that. Just shortly after, and it happens.
Okay. So, but neither one of those are popular enough.
I know.
Yeah.
But
just what it is. But this. Obviously, Space Mountain, we love it. I mean, we go on it a lot. I mean, it's one of your top picks if you're gonna be at Magic Kingdom, right?
That or Thunder
Big
Mountain.
Thunder.
You know?
Yeah.
For me too, one of the most iconic experiences is Miles' first ride on Space Mountain, because we had gone like several times before and he hadn't been able to ride it. Just wonderful.
He was too little. And then when he could ride it, he was so happy. And he wasn't scared of that ride. I think what's cool about it, a lot of kids aren't as scared as like trying to get, like getting him on Rock and Roller Coaster.
Everyone wants to go to the moon.
He was very nervous about. He thought he was going to fall out.
When he was young.
When he was little.
Embarrass.
Oh yeah. For sure. But I want to just go back and talk about Walt Disney, because this was conceived by Walt Disney. He wanted a space-themed roller coaster. Like, he embraced roller coasters. He wanted those to be part of Disneyland. So let's just put that out and clear.
A train that goes very fast and run. Sounds like whoa.
I wonder what he would have thought of, like Rock and Roller Coaster.
Love it.
I'm sure. But so originally, well, they had to postpone. They postponed it, and then of course with his passing in 1966, they put all their effort into just getting Disney World accomplished, and so it really went on the back burner. And so they realized they needed a roller coaster at Magic Kingdom. So, and Tomorrowland, like we said before, needed an extra
just think about
boost.
What it was.
Absolutely. So originally though, they were going to call it like Spaceport.
Okay.
So I think Space Mountain's way better. And the Space Mountain name was decided in 1966. So I'm guessing before Walt passed too. So he was aware of that name. I don't know. I just think that's sweet. that he, you
Is
know,
that
had so
before or
much
after
development.
Escape from which mountain? I'm just curious. Like, just be interested.
I don't know. You should have that date memorized.
Oh yeah,
that
which
movie? All right, so
not the new one, the classic one.
So the ride system was very similar to the Matterhorn at the time as well, and then you have the 2 tracks. You have the Alpha and Omega. So Brad, which track do you think is better?
I like the Omega.
Yeah?
Yeah, for the left turn. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know which one is which.
I'm pretty sure.
But I like the one where you bend to the left for the photo pass instead of to the right.
There you go. It's all about the photo pass and making the
cool
I
just like
peace
the
signs
feel.
or saluting. What? Tell us in the comments. Do you guys like to make cool faces for the
We
rides?
always decide a different one. I don't think we have them the same, and we do it all the time.
We've never done like the real intense one where people bring like a board game on a
Right,
ride.
we haven't done any of those. Maybe we will.
Things like that haven't happened in a while. Those
scared.
were cool. Those were really
to have an incident.
We don't want an incident. But there's some ingenious things people do for sure. But yeah, one of the best was Kimura. Didn't she read a book on like Splash Mountain?
Yes, she did.
Yeah, that was cute.
She did.
That was fun. But anyway, I believe it's Alpha that is 10 feet longer. So 10 more feet. That could make it better. I don't know.
Or uncomfortable in the queue when you go up and say, "May I have the Alpha track?" And they don't know what you're doing.
No, they don't. They know for sure. But it's just one of our favorite rides. Of course, it's had some changes over the years. It's not exactly what it was originally. It's had refurbishments as well. And one of the big changes is they took out the video games.
Oh yes, on the wall with the screen. Yeah.
I don't know why.
Okay, so
and they took out the moving walkway that was there from 1975.
Oh, that was nice. Yeah. Yeah, whatever.
Why?
Well, for honestly
why.
more accessibility, because that moving walkway can be a problem for
it breaks down
people.
A lot.
Well, and for people.
How many times was the moving walkway moving?
Yeah, I can't recall.
But
I just want to say before we move on from Space Mountain.
Yeah.
As you reach the starport at the top, to the left, you have a screen that says Space Mountain, and it has rain, and it has people like full in the cars, and the girl in the front, she like is moving, and her hair, it looks just like Tiffany, like
what I looked like when I was 14.
Yeah. I did not know her, but I know her from pictures. I mean 100%. It's just like every time I'm like, Tiffany.
Yeah, we've made a family joke about it.
It's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, we really love Space Mountain.
We do, and I think a lot of people love it because it's dark. You don't even realize how fast it's going. You know, it's unexpected, and so you don't know what's going to happen, especially the very first time or the first few times. You're not really sure of your surroundings, so it's just a cool indoor ride. If it's raining or super hot, it's great. You can get in there, get in the queue, especially when you can play games.
And again, the people mover gets you in there. But I want to say one more thing.
I keep bringing up the games and you're like, whatever.
You know, Daft Punk has announced that they have, broken up. But having done the soundtrack for Tron and Tron opening, I was always hoping that somehow Daft Punk would be there on the Tomorrowland stage or have some sort of presence at the opening. Yeah. But I'd also like to see, when Tron opens, them taking the Star Command people that as you go up and lift into Space Mountain that are up in the windows,
here you go.
Put helmets on them.
Disney ideas again.
For the opening of Tron, and maybe play the Tron music for the opening week, opening month, opening 3 months, forever. Play Daft Punk in Space Mountain. I don't know. No, you don't have to do that. But let's see if we can't get the boys.
We love Daft Punk, and we have for many, many years.
Yeah.
So that would
be great
make
to have them part of the Tron opener.
But yeah, it's a great idea, free idea that Brad gives out almost every week here on This Week.
I love giving it away. Giving back.
I don't know if they realize what a great idea it is, but everybody loves Daft Punk, right?
Yes, of course. Yeah. Academy or Grammy Award.
They're awesome.
Winning. Swept the night. Well deserved.
Well deserved for sure. But that is Space Mountain. We should make plans to go and be there and ride Space Mountain
on this day.
The Saturday the 15th.
Yeah. We'll post to the story
Yes, on Instagram. Maybe we should try to go live. Have we been live?
That would be fun.
Yeah. You can listen to the dark
Space
screams of us on Space Mountain.
Stay tuned. Saturday.
Oh yeah, and then you're on the People Mover and you get to hear everybody screaming. That's so fun.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have seen the lights on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. But anyway, moving along to the rest of this week. January 11th, 1990, not too far ago, Disneyland kicked off the 35th anniversary celebration for Disneyland, which would open in 1955.
1990.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Especially whenever you're going to share who was there.
Yeah, so let's talk about it. It was the grand opening live broadcast. Art Linkletter, Bob Cummings, and Ronald Reagan.
So many people that were there
reunite
on the first day.
In front of Main Street Station, taking part in the Party Gras Parade.
Party Gras.
Featuring New Orleans style floats and 40-foot tall balloon. So this would have been a cool celebration. 1998, maybe some of you guys were there, so we'd love to hear if you got to be there for the 35th.
Some of us were born, right?
Yeah, you were already born. Absolutely, you were way born.
No.
Anyway, moving on to 2017, not that long ago, the Iron Man Experience, a 3D motion simulator attraction opens in Tomorrowland at Hong Kong Disneyland.
Right.
So the attraction is based, of course, on the Marvel Comics character Iron Man, and the first Disney attraction to be based on a Marvel property.
There you go. Don't have
Iron Man got the first one.
The Mississippi River problem in Asia.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know about that, Brad can tell you about it in the comments.
Okay. No, we don't have to go into it. And it's complicated.
But set at the fictional Stark Expo, the attraction features Tony Stark recruiting guests to fend off extraterrestrial beings that are attacking Hong Kong. So I think that's really cool because they've got it all based on like Hong Kong and your environment where you're at the park, and it's, and you get to like basically be like an Iron Man.
Yes.
So it's like your point of view, like fighting extraterrestrial. But I think you're in a group.
Yeah.
I think that's
and you interact with Jarvis.
Oh yeah, well at the beginning, it's like you're in the Stark Industries, so you see.
At least they're signed. Yeah, I don't know.
The screens and stuff.
I hope the voice of Jarvis is there.
Jarvis is cool, for sure. So moving right along to January 12th, 1990 again, the International Gateway opens at Epcot Center. So this is the walkway so that you can get from the beach club, the yacht club, and the boardwalk.
And Epcot.
Over to Epcot.
And the gondolas too.
Well, now the gondolas drop off right there. So it opened in 1990. So that's cool to think that people could take that all the way back then.
Totally.
Yeah.
I love it. It's my favorite closings memory. I know that's so weird to say, but there were very tender moments.
When the parks weren't open, we stayed at the boardwalk and we walked over to where, this is where the
guards
is.
were at.
And there was a lady, she was just guarding things from the boat. And
no,
wasn't she?
That's not the one I'm talking about. There was a guard behind the gate.
She was
itself.
really nice too.
There was a guard behind the gate who told us that they were there the whole time, walking in Epcot, guarding it. They were so happy to just be able to say hello for months, guarding Epcot, right there on the walkway, and it was just nice to hear their experience.
Yeah, place Disney World. The park should not be empty. That's not good. But yes, that was a cool experience for us.
The cars
for sure. But this is cool if you have the opportunity to stay at these places. It is so nice to be able to walk over to Epcot, I think, and experience that, and then having the gondola. Transport as well just connects you, or you can also, we have walked from Epcot to Hollywood Studios. You can take a boat, by the way, as well, from Epcot to Hollywood. or you could be like us and a little crazy and walk the distance.
I love doing that one.
How long was it? It was like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah,
it's
one time she left
bad.
before me and I had to like speed walk it.
Yeah,
that was fun.
My mom and I have done it. My mom, she'll go on any walk to discover something. Like, she doesn't care. It could be days and she'd still just kidding, Mom. It's fun. It's I mean, if you want to walk, if you know, don't mind and don't want to deal with transportation. But
it's a good one.
Anyway, moving on to January 13th. 1934, Disney's Silly Symphony cartoon, The China Shop. I love this cartoon. I think this is one of my favorites.
It's the best.
Well, it's one. No, I mean, you can't say
I do love spring, but I think it is one of the best.
Spring or Flowers and Trees?
It's Flowers and Trees.
That's the one.
Yeah.
The China Shop. Go watch this one. This is a cool Silly Symphony. I like the China characters. It's a China shop, and obviously, and they all come to life when the old shopkeeper leaves at night.
As articles do when we aren't looking at them.
Right, you gotta pay attention.
Well, or not, so that they have a chance to live. If you love something,
Yeah,
set it
for
free,
sure.
let it live. Don't look at it.
Yeah, they're all listening to us.
But it's not just that. The shop owner comes in the morning and they have grown, they have experienced, and they value themselves as well. And through valuing themselves, the shop owner values them more and ups their prices and says rare antiques. Or maybe it's not rare. He uses a word. You'll have to watch till the end.
Watch it, yeah. Go check this one out. It's a good one
it's
too.
A good one.
It's very creative. We love it. And then also on January 13th, 1990, again, this was a big year. Although it's been up and running since December 1989, the grand opening and official dedication of Star Tours takes place at Disney's MGM, of course, that's what it was called at the time. So you guys know what this ride is like.
Awesome.
It's also a motion simulator 3D ride, but different. It's Star Wars, of course.
And this is obviously Disneyland opened first.
Right. So the queue area is inspired by Return of the Jedi, with Imperial forces invading the Ewok village on the forest moon of Endor.
Oh, yes.
How many times have I said?
Yeah.
Like,
come on.
Put some
animatronics
Ewoks
up there. Or,
there's even like little tarps that would be covering them so they wouldn't get too wet in the rain.
At least during whatever's equivalents of like Star Wars weekends at these times, you know, or at least on May the 4th, just up
the
there.
Best. I love Ewoks so much. I love the Ewok ship. Go watch that on Disney Plus. The Ewoks.
There's so many unique places like that. Like there are windows inside the queue where it looks like cast members and performers can appear.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there's so many places like that in queue.
Well, and maybe they have, and we just
like,
haven't experienced it. Maybe
that's
during
so true.
all the Star
if you've
Wars
experienced
weekends.
it, put my heart to rest.
Yeah, tell us about it for sure. Yeah. And then also in 2001, on January 13th in 2001, Disney's House of Mouse on ABC debuts with the episode The Stolen Cartoons. What's cool about this and why I brought it up, of course, is because John Cleese narrates it. So I just think you should watch it if you haven't because of that. I think it's cool that he narrates it, and it's the little things that Disney does that makes it like, oh, hey, like John Cleese is
just
involved and his voice is so iconic.
Talent, storytelling, and voices into the Disney family always.
Right. So it just makes it even better. So go watch it if you have some time, especially if you guys are in the cold areas where I remember being in the cold and just you gotta snuggle up and watch some good shows, right? And then moving on to January 14th. In 2013, Winter Wonderland begins at Epcot. First of all, I love this concept of something happening like right after Christmas called Winter Wonderland. I think this is really cool. Like, cause I don't know about you guys, but who wants to let go of Christmas? We haven't taken down our Christmas tree. I'll just be honest. We struggle with that, but Disney hasn't either. Disney World hasn't.
I'm finding it harder to take Christmas pictures, though. I really.
I know. We're at the parks, and I'm like, let's take a picture at the tree, and he's like,
let's go to One Man's Dream and blow off some pictures. You know? That's what I want. I'm just playing.
That's so
no, it
funny.
was good.
But anyway, I think this is cool. So Winter Wonderland, this was at Canada at Epcot, and you had like Donald Duck and Daisy and Chip and Dale, and they had their cute Winter Wonderland outfits, so you could do photo ops with them.
Totally like LL Bean.
Snow as well. So falling snow and everything, and it would go from January 14th to January 20th. So a little holiday winter treat. Yeah, for sure. And then in 1940, this will remind you of something we talked about last week on This Week in Disney. Glenn Miller and his big band record their version of Give a Little Whistle.
Transylvania 6-5.
What? No, Give a Little Whistle featuring singer Marion Hutton. And so the song, penned by Ned Washington and Lee Harlan, has been written for Disney's Pinocchio, of course, which was still a month away from being released. So this was another promotional thing where they got these big singing star to release a song from the upcoming film.
There was no Disney Channel, Disney Radio. So, or Radio
well, I think all that happened because of these ideas back then, and I think it's Walt and Roy and all of them, deciding these things to promote the
And there is no Radio Disney anymore either.
Is there?
It's gone.
Yeah, I think I heard it's gone. Okay, then moving on to January 15th. Like I said, Space Mountain opened on this day. Also, over at Magic Kingdom in 1975, the Carousel of Progress opened.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, and they had brought this over from Disneyland, and of course,
brought the whole thing over. They built one for us.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the one. No, I think they transported it again.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carry on.
So, you know how this ride goes, and it traces 100 years of innovation through electricity.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Yes, I see what you're saying.
Right. So,
silly me.
I feel like
They brought it, huh?
I know they made this for the World's Fair, and they had sponsors. I think GE was the sponsor at the time, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So, I just feel like with upcoming updates, like I think it does.
Oh, definitely.
Like at least the last part has to be updated. Like we're surpassing everything in that room, so it's kind of hard.
Everybody knows that.
Everybody does know that. But it'd be cool to be at the end and see something that, like, some
what's
of the
surprising though is how many
talk
things
back
they got
to you.
right.
Yeah, of course.
Voice activation, VR. I mean, the grandma's got VR on. I mean, they're doing it. It was pretty good.
I mean, it is pretty relevant, but it just doesn't look the same.
Sure.
But yeah, it was pretty relevant to what they're doing. Yeah.
No, but I agree.
But the World's Fair, 1964, and that ride's still kicking it, and we love it. So, or attraction. Then last day, January 16th, I wanted to bring up this birth because I think this is really neat and important. In 1890, Edna Francis is born to pioneer parents in Reese, Kansas.
And who is that?
So, Edna, of course, marries Roy O. Disney, and of course is the mom of Roy E. Disney.
There you go.
Yes. So she actually worked at Disney Studios as an ink artist before her and Roy were married in April 1925. So, of course, said she was a spirited woman with an understanding heart and a ready opinion to share. She provided enthusiastic support and sound counsel to her husband's business genius as he helped grow his brother's creative venture. Of course, from their humble situation back then in Hollywood.
And before that.
Okay, she was named a Disneyland legend in 2003. Nobody talks about this, right? I don't hear anybody talking about Edna at all. So let's just remember Edna Disney for sure. She had a big influence, and we're part of a family, and when your family lives close, with our kids, they're growing up, they're doing their own things, and they talk to each other, they talk to us, and we all have ideas with each other. And she had her big ideas and helped her amazing husband, and so I just thought it's so cool to commemorate Edna and everything that she gave to the Disney company. So awesome. Think of her on January 16th. She's just amazing, and I love the Disney family and all that they did to build this company. And you know, families can really make companies fantastic. For sure. But that's everything for this week in Disney. And we hope you guys are going to have a great week. Lots of things to celebrate, some things to check out if you haven't already. And of course, tell us what you think in the comments. We love hearing from you, and we're really grateful for you guys who comment all the time. We love it. You know, you guys are like our friends, and it's awesome. So thank you, and we will see you guys next time.